Okay, so this is you, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moons, and Virgo Risings. We have the Magician. So this is a wonderful energy to have. So the Magician is about taking our skills and using them, and we are able to manifest and materialize what we want and what we need. And we do so in a very positive way. So we are utilizing our skills to the best of our abilities. And to me, this card is mostly about manifestation. So if you guys know about the law of attraction, this is a very good card. You think positive, positive is what you're going to get. If you think negative all the time, if you're constantly pessimistic, then you can end up attracting more reasons to be negative and pessimistic. But this shows us utilizing our skills in the best way possible. So some of you may feel like, well, I don't have any skills. Well, yes, you do. You just need to reflect on it, do some introspection, because they are there. And maybe you're just not utilizing them, but hey, that can change real quickly. Okay, so we clarify, and we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is about receiving communications, messages that could be of a romantic nature, or they could be messages that are of a encouraging nature. So for some of you, you guys could be receiving messages that are quite encouraging to continue doing whatever you're doing with your particular set of skills. Also, the Page of Cups can be someone that brings us an offer of help. And a lot of times this can be a family member, friends. This could also be someone that's potentially younger than us. This could also be someone that would fall under the water element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. It could just be the general overall energy. But overall, some of you guys could have an admirer, and so some of you could receive some romantic type of messages. And for those of you who are not trying to go down that road, then you could potentially receive some encouraging messages, and someone may try to help you. So that's positive. Someone who's potentially younger than you might take notice that you're trying to do something or that you are doing something, and they may offer their help. Okay, so for the circumstances position, we have the Six of Coins in the reverse position. So this is a card of generosity, and it's also a card of charity. And when it's in the reverse position, we don't get the charity as easily as we would if it was in the upright position. So if there's any type of help that could potentially be offered, it could have strings attached, or someone could offer to help, but it just will not be what you expect. It'll be like less than what you expect. And this can sometimes indicate, an unfair, distribution of, could be like an estate, will, something of that nature, inheritance. And this can also indicate that maybe some of you are trying to get a loan, and maybe you get approved, but it's just not for the amount that you need. It'll be less, so that's kind of disappointing. But then we clarify, and we get the Six of Coins in the upright position. So to me, this seems pretty straightforward, that at first the circumstances may appear that we're not getting what we need, we're not getting the help that we need, but we just need to remain positive and have faith, because the situation will turn around in our favor and we will get the help that we need. Someone will come through and help. Maybe it starts with one person and ends with another. Okay, so this is the focus position. And here we have the Hanged Man in the reversed position. So anytime I see the Hanged Man in the reversed position, this is indicating that a huge change has taken place within you. And a lot of times, especially when this card is reversed, you will try to continue living as if nothing has changed, even though a huge change has taken place, especially within. You know you're not the same person that you used to be. You've changed a lot. But it's like you want to hold on to that old image so that you can still cling to the past. And that's because the past it's what you're used to, it's what you know, and sometimes fully letting go of the past and moving into the future can be a little frightening for some. And so some people will try to cling to their old version, so to speak, the old version of themselves, even though they know deep within, you know you've changed, but yet you're still hanging on to the past in some way, shape, or form, or you're still trying to hang on to the old you. But you really need to be truthful with yourself and accept the fact that you have changed and be true to yourself. Go forward into this new change and this new way for you. Be true to yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not anymore. And we clarify and we get the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is saying, you just might abandon and walk away from a situation. This could be deciding to fully walk away from your old life and going towards the new. Or this could be you deciding to walk away from a situation, a relationship, an old job. This could be many different things. And it could actually be several different things that you guys walk away from. But in the Eight of Cups, when you walk away, you're walking away because you were going in search of something more spiritual. This is our spiritual quest card. So you're going in search of something with more meaning. You want to see if the grass is greener on the other side. Some of you are looking to have some spiritual experiences as well. And these are both Pisces cards as well. And transiting Neptune is in the sign of Pisces right now, which would be opposing any planet you may have in the sign of Virgo. Okay, so for your recent past or the energy that is passing, we have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a celebration. It is a happy time. Perhaps you got some good news. Perhaps you passed an exam. Perhaps you got a job. Overall, you've achieved something, and it gives you a reason to celebrate. And sometimes this can indicate, that you're coming together and having a good old celebration, but there's always, a good reason behind it, as far as either you achieved or someone else, perhaps a friend, made an achievement. And this brings happiness and celebration and, good times. We clarify, and we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. So when the Ace of Cups is in the reverse, a rushing out of emotion takes place. And sometimes this can indicate that maybe your heart is not open to love And sometimes that can be because of past experiences. Maybe you have a hard time trusting. A lot of times that's what it leads to, is you just have a problem with being able to trust, and it's because of past hurts, old wounds, or something could have potentially happened, maybe even within a friendship, and it caused you to essentially have an emotional blowout. Very possible. Maybe there was a celebration and then afterwards a depression kind of set in. Maybe you were very happy about something, but then after having time to sit with it, you felt like it just wasn't going to fulfill you. This could be many different things, because every Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign, we're all different. We're all on our own journey. We have our own, journey, and we're not all the same. All our experiences are different. And this could also be indicating that perhaps you had started a friendship with someone. It could be a friendship, or it could be like a romantic relationship, and maybe things were really rocky. It's always a possibility. Okay, so this would be the present, the here and the now energy. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse position. So with the Page of Wands in reverse, this indicates that you were waiting on a message or messages, and they were regarding maybe a project, maybe a creative project, maybe about a job, something along the lines of business. Now, this can be indicating that the news is delayed, or this can be indicating that the news that comes in could be disappointing. So it can go either way. Now we clarify, and we have the Justice card in the reverse position. So to me, it seems like this would be more along the lines of disappointing news that comes your way. And this news might make you feel like it just is not fair. You might even feel like, the system was stacked against you. You could feel like there could be some prejudice behind a decision that was made, or a message that you received, or the news you received. You could feel that there's some discrimination, some bias, even some corruptedness involved. And so you definitely may feel like someone did you wrong. And it's quite a possibility that someone has. Now, if any of you Virgos happen to have a court case that you're dealing with this month, you definitely need to be out on the lookout, because it definitely seems like the news will be disappointing, and this would definitely indicate that either the judge or the lawyer, somebody is correct. Somebody is making decisions on bias, or they're making a decision out of discrimination, prejudice. It's an unfair type of judgment. So, yes, unfair. Okay, for the near future, we have the Queen of Coins. So, this is Virgo. Now, of course, Queen of Coins, she's very good at nurturing and teaching others how to obtain financial security, financial and material security. She likes to help teach others and then step back and watch from the background, so to speak, but she loves to watch others grow. Now, for us, I would have to say that we are definitely focused on growing our own financial security right now. And when we clarify, we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So, the Ace of Coins in reverse is definitely indicating that you could have taken the wrong way in a financial start that would be a new start. Perhaps you took the wrong way. Maybe you made a wrong decision. Maybe you made a choice that just simply won't fulfill you in the long run. Also, there is a possibility that you could overlook some details that could be quite costly in the long run. For example, if you potentially started a new business or invested in a business or, invested in something, maybe you didn't look at the long term. Maybe you might have overlooked some details, which is quite possible. This is at this point in time Mercury retrograde. And if you're a Virgo, you are most definitely affected by Mercury retrograde. Miscommunications. Never a time to sign a contract during Mercury retrograde. Signing contracts is a no no because things will typically have to be redone unless your Mercury is retrograde in your natal chart. If your natal Mercury is retrograde, then you're okay. But if it's not, you definitely don't want to sign a contract during a retrograde because things will fall through and you may have to pretty much start over. Okay, enough of that. So, for some of you, you could have started, a business or invested, or maybe you're trying to go in a different way for a job. But the Ace of Coins is saying, hey, you need to be careful. You really need to budget right now. So even though you're steadily working on growing your finances and material items, you do need to be careful. You need to budget right now. You don't want to overextend yourself financially because, we get into certain projects. Say you're doing something in the home to improve your home, and you start with one thing and then it could end up turning into something else, and then you're like, oh wow, yeah, I just really don't have the money for this. So, you just kind of want to be prepared. So this is kind of like a warning that you need to buckle down and watch your finances. Don't be out there, spending frivolously. You want to budget, really tightly, you know, get the things that you need and save the things that you want for a later time, because buying things you simply want right now, it's just not beneficial under this particular energy, because right now the energy is saying you need to watch your finances. Tough times can be lying ahead. So just be careful.